Welcome to the New Mexico episode of my Route 66 adventures. We got 5 states down. We got 3 more to go. We're pretty much halfway miles-wise and not as many points of interest, so we may get through this half of Route 66 a lot quicker than we did the first one since we won't be stopping as much. The land of enchantment. The newer Mexico. Here's hoping that the fact that I cracked my screen at the midway point, hopefully this doesn't affect the quality of the vlogs. I can still film going that way, but going this way, there might be some technical difficulties. Like when I do it at this angle, yeah, y'all can see that it sometimes does that. So we're gonna have to be careful of that. First stop in New Mexico was the Russell's Travel Center in Glen Rio. It's located on historic Route 66, a large selection of products, a diner, a chapel, fuel, and its own free car museum, which is called Russell's Car and Collectible Museum. Features a collection of vintage and classic cars, along with various antiques and memorabilia from the 1930s to the 1960s, including items related to Elvis, Marilyn Monroe, and Route 66. The display cars are reportedly rotated every few months. Here we are at the world's largest flip-flop. Flip-flops are comfy. Real truckers don't wear them. If you get that reference, we could be friends. Not gonna lie, this is probably going to be the hardest part of the trip. Just with the amount of driving and the few points of interest, it's gonna be tough, y'all. The real issue with this leg of Route 66 is that the ratio of points of interest to miles is just more out of whack than other states. There are 487 miles, but only 131 points of interest, which is a lot less than, say, like Illinois with 301 miles, but 334 points of interest. Next stop was the Tucumcari Mountain, which is a mesa just outside of Tucumcari, New Mexico. The town was founded in 1901 and officially took the mountain's name in 1908. This mountain is one of Route 66's most recognized landmarks. It is the inspiration for the mesa near the fictional town of Radiator Springs in Disney Pixar's Cars. Even the RS in Radiator Springs on the side of the mountain matches the large painted letter T on Tucumcari Mountain. This right here, this is exactly what I think of when I think of New Mexico. I gotta be honest, I don't really think of New Mexico that often, but just this land here, this is kind of what I imagine. Of course, another look at the mountain right there.
Congratulations. Your passport has been stamped.
This apparently is one of the last remaining curios shops left on Route 66. So if you're into that kind of thing, get it before it's gone. The Blue Swallow Motel is one of the most famous and photographed classic motels on Route 66. It's been serving travelers since 1939. The motel itself has been restored to its classic glory. Beautiful neon sign is a popular photo opportunity, more so at night. I came during the day. Oh well. Early 2017, the courtyard and much of the grounds were restored, as well as many of the rooms. Nearby Motel Safari in Tucumcari has been a Route 66 icon for over 60 years, opened in 1959 at the height of Mother Road's popularity. Developer Chester Doer employed an architectural style known as the doo-wop or googie to achieve a unique look that immediately set the safari apart from the crowded Tucumcari marketplace. Eye-catching design elements included counter-slack brickwork, oozing mortar, openings in the cinder block walls, and metal cylinders with perforated holes that light up at night. And of course, the towering sign is a beacon to travelers, with its fun geometric shapes and Clyde the camel sitting high atop. While briefly a Best Western affiliate in its early days, the property has always been known as the Motel Safari and was one of the most modern and popular motels of the period. I realized that there's a few like restaurants in Tucumcari that I kind of glossed over a little bit, and the main reason I skipped them is because I've already ate, and the 66 app didn't really give me a backstory to them, and that's what I'm looking for, is something that I can, you know, tell a story about. That's really the reason. Also, I don't know, man, but Tucumcari kind of depressed me a little bit. It seemed like a ghost town, like a forgotten piece of history. I mean, hopefully, you know, this vlog and more coming up can help revive it a bit. I know I don't have the biggest following on here, but at the same time, it is a part of American history that does need to be preserved. So I'm doing my part to preserve it. An old abandoned ghost town here.
Your destination is on the right.
A lot of this is private property. That's why I'm just driving through it. I'm not gonna, go in there and actually, maybe disturb some private property. It's unfortunate, but it's just a reality of a lot of places on 66. See, right there. Private property, no trespassing. So this is supposed to be where the blue hole is. Hopefully they'll let us swim today. That would make me feel really good. Oh my God, that is good news. I am allowed to just swim. I mean, the guy did say, swim at your own risk, but at the same time, we get to go swimming. Woo! I'm only gonna film this little bit of me going into the pool, the hole. Take my sandals off. There we go. Because I've damaged my phone enough today. I'm not gonna do any more. Ooh, baby. Ooh, God. Ooh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Ooh, God. That is about as far as I'm gonna go. I mean, I could dive off of there, but I don't want to get thermoshock. Oh, God. I'm gonna get my phone back. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't decide to like dive off of the end there, because that would have been thermal shock to the umpteenth power there. It did say on the website that it's like 60 Fahrenheit like all year round, and I didn't realize that that was like super cold. So yeah, we're gonna get dressed and we're gonna continue on. I mean, come on, I'm taking some risks here. I'm filming myself without a shirt on. I'm asking girls out. Like, I'm traveling all the way across the country. Who am I? Good news, kids. We're heading to Las Vegas, not Nevada, New Mexico.
Continue on.
On second thought, we're going to turn around because the points of interest that are on this part of the route are either closed or just don't really interest me. So we're going to head to Albuquerque. This is how ridiculous New Mexico is in terms of Route 66. The next point of interest is 83 miles away, aka 1 hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna be driving for a little bit. I really hate traffic and how people just don't pay attention. Like, literally before this pocket, there were signs that said, right lane closed, merge left. But did people listen? No. Because of course they didn't. Why are people so stupid? Ugh. I'll tell you, this is the worst day of the entire trip. Finally, we're out of that construction zone and we're back to normal speed. Now we will return to the actual road now. It's kind of confusing. Like, some parts are on the actual Interstate 40 and some parts are, on these side roads here. But there was no side roads where I had that big blowout.
Continue on New Mexico 333 West for 8 miles.
See what I mean? By the way, if y'all want fireworks, I got like 70% off select items. So our next point of interest is going to be the Singing Road. Apparently, if you align your right tires with the rumble strip and go exactly 45 miles an hour, a unique version of America the Beautiful will play. But apparently it hasn't been that well kept up and hasn't been maintained because of wear and tear through the years. In fact, there's no real signage around saying that it even exists, so we'll see. I mean, I don't even know if there will be, you'll be able to hear it because my car does make a lot of noise, but we'll try it anyway. spoiler alert, I kept this clip going for about 3 minutes. I tried finding any signs, I tried finding rumble strips, but yeah, I think the singing road is officially dead and I can't find it anywhere. So if I totally looked in the wrong place, please let me know, because I would love to go back if it's actually still active, but I doubt it is. Just casually driving down the 66 part of Albuquerque. Gonna make a couple stops here. Oh, apparently Pioneer Motel has become Pioneer Apartments. So there you go. Now, unfortunately, I was told by one person that I did an Insta work shift with that Albuquerque is apparently not so savory. And I'm kind of seeing it firsthand here. I see a lot of, druggies, a lot of homeless people, a lot of street corner workers. But I was kind of advised to do the 66 stuff and then keep her moving. Like, what I kind of want to do is, since we're running out of daylight here, I'm probably going to try and get as much as I can in now, and then tomorrow hang out at the library, do some video editing, obviously sleep somewhere outside of the city, do some video editing tomorrow, and then instead of door dashing on Friday, keep her moving. We've got enough that we can afford to have one day not be door dashing. You could probably tell I did not get out of my car for a lot of the sites in Albuquerque. Even as someone that lived near Baltimore for about 8 years, yeah, there was no way I was getting out of my car. I was taking these shots from my car and moving the heck on. I would be remiss if I did not mention Madonna of the Trail, which is a series of 12 identical monuments dedicated to the spirit of pioneer women in the United States. The monuments were commissioned by the National Society of Daughters of the American Revolution and dedicated in 1928 and 1929. They were installed in each of the 12 states along the National Old Trails Road, including the Route 66 states of Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California. The Madonna of the Trail monuments were created by sculptor August Leimbach and funded by contributions. They were intended to provide a symbol of the courage and faith of the women who greatly participated in conquering the wilderness. So we've kind of run out of daylight. There is one spot that I do want to show y'all. It's a food spot. Doesn't matter if it's light or day for the food spots. And how you know this place is popular is that it says 45-minute customer parking only, violators towed at owner's expense. And more signage, violators $5 an hour. The place that I speak of course, is Frontier Restaurant, which is a beloved landmark in Albuquerque, located directly across from the University of New Mexico campus. It has been serving homestyle American and New Mexican cuisine in a casual, counter-served setting since 1971. I got a Frontier burrito, which had beef, beans, and green chili inside, green chili stew and cheese on top with rice and a flour tortilla, as well as a green chili burger, which is basically a burger with their signature green chili on top. Very New Mexico thing. The burger was just kind of okay. It wasn't blowing me away. I mean, it got the job done, and honestly, I didn't really taste the green chili in there. Maybe I was missing something. I give it like 4.5 out of 10, but the Frontier burrito, that was elite. That whatever they're putting in that green chili sauce, I need that recipe ASAP. I am taking that back. I'm gonna try to recreate it. 8.5 out of 10 for me. I also did get a Frontier roll, which I took and had later on. Between all of that, it was about 26 bucks with a drink. I would rate this a lot higher. However, that really was a good meal. Like, I would get that again. I'm a sucker for good Mexican food, especially like New Mexican. But I don't know, the police presence and the fact that it's like 45 minutes and get the hell out, that really killed the mood for me. It's not really making Albuquerque that welcoming to me. So that ICP thing, did some more research, and apparently it's like a privately owned police squad based out of Albuquerque. And not only were they at that restaurant, they were also at the Walmart, and they were also at Whole Foods. So I don't know. I'm gonna look at the Cracker Barrel, and if it looks a bit sketch, then I'm gonna check into a hotel room tonight. Update. So the Cracker Barrels had no overnight parking signs on them, which that's my canary in a coal mine for any city. If the Cracker Barrels are not letting you park overnight, get a hotel room and don't take a chance. My InstaWork coworker was right. I just need to do all the 66 things in Albuquerque, keep it moving. And that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. We're gonna finish all the 66 things in Albuquerque, and we're gonna keep her moving and gallop. Anyway, see y'all tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. This is day 2 of our trek through New Mexico. I am checking out of the Motel 6 here in Albuquerque. From all the research I was doing last night on Albuquerque and how it's basically the hub for drug trafficking with its proximity to the border and basically being between I-25 and I-40. Yeah, I think I made the right choice to check into a hotel. Granted, I wish it would have been like a Route 66 type motel because this is a Route 66 vlog, but you know, you live and learn. But anyway, we're gonna fuel up and we're gonna finish out New Mexico today with the lack of points of interest on this part of Route 66 and also the lack of points of interest in Arizona with not as many miles, but still like the ratio is kind of similar. I think we'll be able to make it to Flagstaff today, although you won't see that until the next episode. So subscribe and be sure your notifications are on so that you see that. Anyway, let's get on the road.
Exit 226B.
Would you believe at one point there was actually a place called Mother Road Hostel? Would have come in handy for last night, but it is closed. Gee, I wonder why. And just like that, we're back on the route. When I went to the El Vado Motel, apparently in the tap room is a new Route 66 mural made of real license plates, and one of them is the license plate of Route 66 Ultimate Guide founder, Scott McCoy, aka the app that I used to do this route, so I apologize that I didn't go and see it. First stop outside of Albuquerque was the Enchanted Trails RV Park and Trading Post. Originally known as the Hilltop Trading Post, the business can be traced to 1947. It evolved into an RV park in 1969 and has been used, in their words, not mine, in several mediocre films. They display 6 vintage travel trailers for visitors to tour, as well as historic memorabilia and the hubcap tree. That was definitely one of the more unique sights here on 66. Oh my goodness, look at that view. That is a gorgeous view. And you can actually see most of it because I cleaned off my windshield. Look at that. Golly. This is the highlight of New Mexico for me, is these views right here. How do you beat that? Seriously. This is historic Route 66 Rio Puerco Bridge. The bridge was constructed in 1934. In 1937, it officially became part of the Route 66 alignment. The bridge has one 250-foot long span and is one of the longest single-span truss bridges in New Mexico. The deck is 25 feet wide and is made of concrete with an asphalt surface. This structure was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1997. It was replaced by a new bridge in 1999, but it was preserved as a historic Route 66 bridge. It's closed to traffic, but visitors are welcome to walk on it. Real talk, I was just in a really bad mood yesterday, and these views out here are honestly the highlight of New Mexico for me, at least so far. We still have a few more stops, but my mood is significantly improving after leaving Albuquerque. Goodness gracious, this is, all of this area is just beautiful. Like, this, I've said it already, but it's the highlight of New Mexico for me. Try and give a spin around with my busted up phone here. Look at that. Look at all this. Like, and this is in the United States of America. My God. No words can describe this, really. goes back to what a wise man once told me. If you want to hate America, watch the news. If you want to love America, go explore it. This is a perfect example of that. There was this bend that I wanted to get on film here, but unfortunately a cop was there, and I didn't want to, get pulled over and get a ticket for texting and driving. That wouldn't be good. That would put a real damper on this trip. Not 66 related, but I see fry bread. So we're gonna check that out. Right, let's give this Indian taco and fry bread a try. Shout out Dominic, by the way, for being just really cool, really awesome. And he did say that he had one person from the East that said that his salsa wasn't really that spicy, so we switched from jalapenos to serranos. So that's what we have to look forward to with this Indian taco and a cinnamon sugar fry bread. So let's get into it. It's got ground beef, beans, lettuce, and cheese on this this fried bread. We'll try it without the salsa first. Oh, hell yeah. Fry bread is something else. I don't know what they do to it, but it's like the chalupa or chimichanga at Taco Bell, but a hell of a lot better. Like, this is the real deal shit. Alone, it's a 9 out of 10, but let's see what this salsa does to it. Oh man, it's got some kick to it. That was because somewhat went down my air pipe as opposed to my gullet. This is not me reinforcing any white stereotypes here. Try it again, get a better bite. Much better that time. The salsa is not just a power chord of spice. It actually has, some fruitiness. There's some complexity to it, which I really appreciate. This might be one of the best things I've had to eat this entire trip. 9.4 out of 10. Now let's give this cinnamon sugar fry bread a try. Ooh. Look at that thing. Ooh, baby. Get out of here. I love fry bread. I'm gonna adopt this. I'm gonna learn how to make this. Although, I think I'm too gringo to be able to make this, but 8, 9 out of 10. I'm gonna eat this while we drive.
Of course, no travel vlog series would be complete without a visit to an old church. This is the San Jose de Laguna Mission Church in New Laguna, New Mexico. This church is believed to have been built between 1699 and 1701. It's open daily for tours, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. These may vary. I would check their website first. The views here, look at this. It's just immaculate. Have I told you that my favorite part of New Mexico is the views? I don't know if I've said that in this vlog or not. All these breathtaking views had made me kind of thirsty, so I pulled up to Junkyard on 66 Brewery, which is a veteran-owned brewery located in Grants, alongside Route 66. It's housed in a former auto salvage yard, and the decor is famously made from salvaged car parts, including tables crafted from old car hoods and truck tailgates. The brewery is also part of the Harvest Host program, allowing for overnight RV camping. Got a flight of beers there. I can't remember all what I got. I knew one of them was the Junkyard Lager, one of them was the Rack and Pinion, one of them was the F460, and one other one, but these were all delicious. They do have barbecue there, but I had already eaten, so I did not partake, but it did smell really good. If you've had it before, let me know down in the comments. You know I'm a sucker for some good barbecue.
That was some nice cervezas right there, some nice brewskis. Didn't catch the barkeep's name because it got quite busy after I rolled up, so, but she was really nice and had some good conversation there. Now we're heading on. And no, we're not driving drunk. Only had one flight. So we're at the Continental Divide. Every precipitation that's that way drains into the Atlantic. Precipitation that goes that way drains into the Pacific. Which begs the question, if I were to take a piss right here, which ocean would it drain into? We're not going to find that out. I just like asking unnecessary questions.
After the Continental Divide, we reached Gallup, and the first point of interest was El Rancho Hotel. According to the description, when you stay at the El Rancho Hotel, you will be sleeping in a room where a movie star slept. You'll also be following in the footsteps of Americans who have traveled west in hopes of a better life. And thinking about adjusting rates for inflation, I hope they didn't have to pay what is essentially the equivalent of $128 a night to stay. That seems a little steep, even for a Route 66 nostalgia. I'm sure it will be a very nice experience, but someone else would have to pay for it for me to experience it. If you have experienced it, let me know how it is down in the comments.
We are slacking a little bit with these murals here. I do love them, but there just really hasn't been that much along this route. So, gotta get them in while we can. Hey, buddy! Hey, you can't park there! How'd you even get up there? That's what I want to know. Well, I was gonna end the New Mexico episode here, but it's closed. Oh well, we'll just get videos and photos. I know, I can't park here. I'm just gonna quickly get the outro and we'll be good. Just like that, we have completed the New Mexico episode and we're about to start the Arizona episode. This has been the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, but this has definitely been the least boring state of all of them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe, watch something around my face, and love y'all. Thanks for changing my life. See y'all in the Arizona